Journey to God's House, chapter 27, entitled, Get Well Soon, We Mean It. One time at God's house, Brock Talon got the flu. It all happens. We get sick, some more often than the others. But he actually found out that being sick at Bethel, it was worse than having the sickness itself. Here's how. A couple of reasons why. Loss of privacy. First off, you really don't have any privacy at all at Bethel. The rooms, it's like living in a hotel. And then you have roommates in the hotel, which he calls cramped conditions and a institutionalized lifestyle. I agree with him. And then you have visits from housekeeping and nurses that happen on a daily basis, multiple times a day when you're sick. Of course, the housekeeping comes every day, but then you're going to get visits from the nurses as well. Another reason is the guilt. This puts you on a sick list when you call in sick, and you'll get numerous visits from the nurse because you're on the list. And they're there every day to check on your progress. And they're going to come knocking, whether you're asleep, she's knocking. If you're awake, she's knocking. She's going to come in, she's going to take your temperature, force feed you some medicine, give you some soup, open your window to let fresh air in because somehow that's going to help you out, and then quiz you about how you're feeling. So he mentions that that also your overseer might even give you a call to see how you're doing if you're sick long enough. So can you imagine if your place of employment, if you call in sick for a couple of days in a row, let's say you do got the flu and you might have to be out on the second or third day, your boss calling you up, hey, where are you at? Need you at work, come on in. I've never had a shitty job that my boss ever did that. You may have, or someone may have, but I've never experienced that. But that's what happens at God's house. And then another reason is the anxiety. Because after a while, soup gets old when you're sick. And no one's going to come bring you your own soup or something else to eat. So that means you got to get up out of your bed, sneezing, coughing, sniffles, vomiting, whatever. It doesn't matter. You got to get up out of bed. And then you're going to see people who are going to be asking you, well, why are you here if you're sick? And if you were sick for a week or longer, you could actually start feeling that your entire stay at Bethel is in jeopardy. And then also he mentions that if you got sick often enough, you start questioning yourself, am I really sick? And then people might even start bringing up if you had pre-existing health problems that you didn't indicate in your Bethel application. I mean, good Lord. You got to be kidding me. So anyways, he mentions by Friday he was sick and tired of being sick. He decided that standing on the cold factory floor, feeling bad and sick, but doing his boring, repetitive, brain-dead job was actually more comforting than being back in his room getting the Bethel treatment for being sick. And he ends this chapter by saying, today, when I think about all of this, it just makes me sick. Thank you for taking time to listen to my summary of the book, Journey to God's House. Post your comments, like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for the next chapter.